Om Shri Gurubhyo Namah. So, can I speak in which language which will be more comfortable? Malayalam? English or Okay. So, Tamil and English. So, Swamiji asked me to speak about Bala mantras. So, now we are in a seminar basically on Srividya. Srividya is a very vast topic. Why I am telling like that? Because in India, as far as my knowledge is concerned, 84 type of Srividya practices are there. Even though there are 12 gurus and 12 official things of Srividya practicing, Agastya, Lavamudra, Durvasa Paddhati, there are recognized 12 Paddhati. From this 12 Paddhati, we have gone to 84 type of Srividya Upasana in India. It is 84 gurus are now. So in all these practice, Srividya initiation start from Bala mantra. Bala Ganapati is the basic initiation, and after sometimes we comes to the Panchadashi and Shodashi. So as all you know, Bala means only 3 letters, and it is the form of the goddesses or any god in the form of less than 9-year-old. Bala is the daughter of Maha Tripura Sundari Mada. But in all God, basically whoever it may be, there will be a concept of Bala. Subramanya Bala is one of the mantra which was Upasana done by great Chattambi Sri Narayana Guru. All these people started with the Bala Subramanya mantra. Chattambi as you know, he was one of the Srividya Upasak, and he has written a book on Srividya Upasana. He practiced Bala mantra in his earlier day. So Bala mantra is given to children to study. So why this mantra is very particular? The Murti concept and other things are not great. When you have a little Bala in your hand or Bala with you, it is very easy to follow. That is why one of the reasons. And it is more powerful than any other mantra, Bala mantra. So Bala mantra of any goddess, now we have very particular about Bala Tripura Sundari, whereas Bala Subramanya and other Bala mantras are important. Rukmini Devi in Bhagavatam, Rukmini Devi done Upasana on Balakrishna. The ideal statue of Balakrishna was Upasana done by Rukmini Devi to Krishna. So, imagine the importance of Bala mantras. That is the basic thing. And you know, Bala temples are very rare, like Subramanya Bala or Ganapati Bala or any other Balas. The temples are very less. As far as my knowledge is concerned, the Bala is very particularly given Upasana in 2 places. One is Vaitishwaran Govil, Ambal is Bala Tripura Sundari, but they don't agree. If you go, Muthuswami Dikshidhar has given composition on that Bala. Then another near Tiruchi, there is another Bala temple. So Bala Upasana is not popular, it is the part of Srividya. So when Srividya taken the part, all the mantras you do Avarana Puja and other thing, Bala is inbuilt. So there is no separate puja as far as our Paddhati is concerned. I cannot comment on the other Paddhatis, how they do Bala Puja. But recently I understood that there is a separate Bala Upasana sect in Tirunelveli site. people are doing Bala Upasana. They have Bala Upasana. It is very popular also. That Bala got 6 Avaranas. That is a separate Bala Avarana mantra is there, and they do puja. It is not very lengthy. It is easy to follow and practice. Kamakodi Shastrigal of Kanjipuram, late Kamakodi Shastrigal of Kanjipuram, he has initiated many people on that Upasana in all over India. In Mysore also, there is a sect. They practice that Bala. Bala, why we are taking Bala as most important is, Bala is very simple to follow. Only 3 Akshari mantra. So, Panchakshari or Shadakshari or Ashtakshari, Panchadashi or Shodashi or Mahashodashi, 28 letters. It is very easy to follow. That is one of the advantage. And the result is very coming immediately as you started Upasana, the result is coming. And there is no much complication in Bala Upasana, only 3 letters are there. So you can follow it, you can give Upadesham to anybody, and first you keep your mind and your body and your track for a proper Upasana can be created through Bala Mantra. That is the speciality of Bala Mantra. When you want to go in the path of Upasana, you have to get training. This is an initial training like yoga, Khada yoga or any yoga. You have to, pranayamam, you have to practice it and get. So you have to be pulled to the practice. The mantra is basic with the mantra of Bala. And then you will give Ganapati. Because I am talking in the Bhaskarraya Parampara, especially followed by Mahadeva Nilakanta Joshi of my Guru, who is in the 13th person from Bhaskarraya. He given very limited Upadesham to the people. They follow this thing. But whereas in some other Gurus in Maharashtra, I have learned that they have given different Upadesha. They will give Ganapati, or they will give something, Madangi, Raja Madangi, Vagwadini, all these things. Whatever comes in the Kalya Kritya, it will give an Upadesha according to Guru and Gurus. There is a Durvasa Upadhati, it will take almost 2 days to complete the Srividya Puja. So today early morning when you do, your Kalya Krityam will be over. 2:30 you start the puja, your Kalya Krityam will be over by 9:30 or 11:30. And later you start puja, it will be finished on the very next day. Only I heard or learned that there are 5 or 6 people follows that thing. It is the Durvasa Upadhati. It is very difficult to follow. Such a difficult situation, the 3-letter mantra and its Upasana is very easy, and you will get the same result. Any goddess you do Upasana, the result will be the same. Ultimately you will get salvation or moksha or whatever it may be, or you want some Bhaudika Natam, that will also come. That is one of the things. There is a very complicated misunderstanding in the public as on today, especially with reference to Srividya. People think that it is for the material benefit. Srividya is not at all meant for material benefit. It is for moksha. It is a sort of Advaita system we are getting from the Upasana, for which Bala is the basic step, the first step to enter into the ladder. We have put this thing, and it will give very easy, because when you are exercise you done it, or medically or physically, when you are going to Upasana, what ultimately you are going to do, your breathing is synchronized with the rotation of the earth speed. That is what you are going to do. So that is why 1 by your total breath you take 200, 1 by 200 is 108. That is why they particularly say you do Upasana for 108 times. So Bala, if you do Panchadashi 108, you cannot concentrate initially your mind. So without concentrating your mind on the proper path, what is the need for doing Upasana? So once you want to pull a boy or a girl or a senior person to Upasana, basic Upasana is to be done through a little effortless way. That effortless way is the Bala. Whereas the power is more. In Bhandasura Vadha, you see Bala has killed the 30 sons of Bhandasura. She was more powerful. Mother told, no, you should not go. But Bala says, I will go and I will win. Bala win. This is what the children got a desire. They will go up to whatever level they can go. They will not think of the other thing. That is what the achievement of Upasana of Bala. Subramanya Bala, Ganapati is also Bala is there. Then only you will go for Uchishta Ganapati or Maha Ganapati or whatever may be, you will go. Ayyappa Shasta, you have the Bala Shasta concept in Shasta Upasana. So first, all these Bala mantras are basically meant a person to put him into the path of Upasana and life. And there is another studies, some people say Kanyakumari Devi is Bala. That is the south tipmost part of this country. Kanyakumari Devi is Bala. But whereas we technically go through the Kanyakumari Devi, Devi is not Bala alone. Dhumavadi is also inbuilt. People are nowadays, what happened to the Tantra system, most of the temples in India or most of the Upasanas are gone to the material side, and people are concentrating on the material benefit. They want to achieve money, they want to earn, or they want to get out of the problems and issues. They were doing Upasana. That is a wrong path. That wrong path is not acceptable in Bala. You cannot go through anything doing the Upasana of Bala. Bala will give you everything. Especially in the a child, whatever he will do, he will make you please. So the mental satisfaction or pleasing up of the mind is the calming your mind and given pleasure to you. When you are doing Upasana, it is, people will think that you are going away from the material life. So you wanted to have the material life also. So that material benefit is given by the Upasana Murti, that is given by Bala. This is one of the important of Bala mantra. Bala mantra, when it is go in double, so the same will be repeated and it will be double. That is why the avaranas are 6 avaranas. So Navavarana puja is in a big way. It will take more than 3.5 hours time. If you do very systematically Navavarana puja, it will take 3.5 hours time. So it is for the person who is sitting or doing it with as on present day, material life and busy world and other things. You cannot sit and do all these things. That is why our forefathers and our earlier gurus, they wanted people to do it systematically. So first you do simple Bala, then you do the other Bala, then you go to the Bala, Avarana Puja of Bala, then you are doing, you comes to a path. Okay, now you are fit to go. You will give Panchadashi. So there you started Sri Chakra Puja and the other puja related to Sri Chakra Puja, you are doing it. In between you have all the Nityas, other Devadas, all these things are there. So Bala is for keeping the interest, sustainable interest and result to a Upasaka. That is why Bala is the most important mantra of Asonde. So everybody do Bala in the early morning. The result will be very wonderful, which you can experience doing Bala. Almost all our mental problems, all our bodily problems, all our physical problems will be sought out by Bala, by her grace, and you can do it. And the Upasana is very simple, so you can experience it. As we are not going to a theoretical class, as earlier our professor also said, our friends also said, when you are doing it in an academic way, it is, we can tell on so many part of Bala and what are the Avarana Puja. It is not a place to tell all this theoretically. When the people are initiated, here it is basically practical side. So that practical side is the personal experience, which you cannot explain, or you can expect a person to tell the secrecies in a public way. It is his experience. My experience may be different, and the other person experience may be different. I know one of the most popular Upasaka's daughter-in-law, whom I know, she was asking me constantly a question when I go to their home. What you have gained from doing Pada Namaskaram to your Guru's wife, and what you have gained from all these people. Then I told, whatever I told, it is with me, I will not disclose. What Srividya can do, I will tell you here. Many of the people knows the story, even though I am repeating it. My Guruji, Mahadeva Nilakanda Joshi, who was the Sarvasadhaka Acharya of Rameswaram temple of the pre-independent period, he was a Srividya Upasak, and when Pondicherry mother got paralytic on the right side of the body, it was not able to cure it. Several people tried it several ways, and the French doctors also says it is not possible. At that time, M.B. Pandit, who was there later, who wrote so many books, he says that there is a person in Rameswaram, why can't we approach? Mother given approach, and they approached Guruji. Guruji says, I am not able to clear it, but I will pray to my goddesses, Mahatripura Sundari. So one thing I do puja, Sri Chakra Puja from this time to this time. At that time, your mother should sit towards the angle of Rameswaram and look into the photo which is given to him. After doing puja of 28 days, even though Guruji blessed for 41 days, on the 28th day, her hands shaking, and she was able to complete it by 40 days. And later, in token of this thing, they constructed a house in Rameswaram in 1958. That house is still there as a proof of what Guruji has done. But in their website, they says that they have seek some assistance of Mahadeva Nilakanda Joshi of Rameswaram. But the thing is not explained properly in anywhere. It is not fair also to tell. It can be told year to year by disciples. So Guruji tell everybody that you should do Bala Upasana properly. If you have to drink water after doing Bala Upasana, it will be more good. That is what he has told to several people. First you become yourself. If you are doing Sandhya Vandanam and other things, being a traditional Brahmin or whatever may be your community, you do this thing, immediately do the Bala Puja. After the Bala Puja, you can give. Then he told me, when you are going government official, you are having a very busy schedule. How you will manage? I think whatever Goddess will find out a way to manage. I was in different services because they will shut down in information ministry because all the ministries, they have got a part of this division. So we have to take care. Minister will call at 4:30. But one thing is there, nobody calls me when I do puja of Bala. Or after Ganapati or the other pujas, nobody called me, disturbed me till my last day of service. When I should not tell about me, it is not fair also. It is very unfair manner, but even I will share with you my experience. I told one of the senior officer, I wanted to do Purascharanam for Bala. Doing Purascharana, if the goddesses wish only, you can complete. But once you incomplete it in the middle, you cannot do it. There is no point in repeating the action. He told me, you don't take the leave. I told I want 6 months leave, because with the 6 months only it can be completed, all the restrictions and other thing. He says that you do it. Afterwards you come to office. Okay. I thought that is a blessing, I will do it. But on the first day of Uttarayanam, I was not able to come to office in that time. I was a young boy. He shouted me. He says that I will recommend to take action against you. I said, okay. But what afterwards, on the same day, he got a very serious problem. I don't want to disclose. But that was cleared. Then he went to somebody to see some astrologer in Kumbhakonam side. He asked, what you done on that day? He says that, this is the result of that. He told this is the result of that. So that is what Upasana gives. I shared my experience. I shared my experience of devoting to Bala. This is what I have. I have completed it. So, the other Bala mantras, like Subramanya Bala, which is very powerful, Chattami Swamiji has given, Srinarayana Guru has given, then Ayya Vaikunta Swamigal also given that Upasana. He was a person, he was not more popular in as on day. So Taikataya, Srinarayana Guru and other people, and even people are now giving different Bala and Shasta Bala, Bala Shasta, that is the concept is there, Bala Shasta, Ayyappa Puja is now as on day, very popular. Bala Shasta, Achangovil Bala Shasta is there, Puruthupada Bala Shasta is there, Shasta got a Bala form. So Bala form is for more accessible, easy, and there is no complication, and it is very useful, and it is more pleasing and more easy and easy result oriented. Upasana is Bala Upasana. With these words, with the blessings of Swamiji, I would like to conclude. And this is a place where not to tell is the meaning of the word in Bala Mantra, only 3 akshara. That is not needed. I will stop here. Once again, I thank Swamiji for giving an opportunity to share with my experience with you all. Thank you. Thank you once again.
When I asked Swamiji about an idea about Professor Vijayaraghavan, he told he specializes in Lalita Upasana, and he has done Lalita Purascharana also. That is the Purascharana. I don't know how many of you, definitely some of you must have known it. There is a beautiful book on Gayatri Purascharana published by Ananda Asrama Sanskrit series, and it is in Sanskrit. and that deals elaborately with, without a Purascharana, the things, that is the, when we start practicing etc., these practices, mantra siddhi, may become somewhat difficult. So the Purascharana, Puraha means before, in the beginning, Charana practice. We have to practice, that is, we have to prepare ourselves, we have to get it ready. That itself is another subject. And he has been given leave for about 6 months in his office position to do the Purascharana. And Swamiji said he is practicing Bala, Upasaka and Lalita. And we can easily know from his experience how in different areas, how in different people have practiced it, and how the tradition is continuously available. Thank you very much, sir.
So, sir was telling about Purascharana. If you are all aware of Purascharana, I don't want to open my mouth. If anybody got any doubt, because only the one thing I will tell you. Shall I explain it? When you are doing a Purascharana of the mantra, how much time you have to do Purascharana? There are different calculations. That will be in crores and lakhs. That mantra should be recited in crores or in lakhs. At that time what happened? You have to fix it per day this much. You cannot reduce the number of chanting one day after another. You have to be very concentrate on that thing. You can increase, but you cannot decrease. This is the most difficult thing. So, you are putting, when I was doing Purascharana for one mantra, it was 11,000 at that time. Per session, 11,000 in the morning and 11,000 in the evening, in the middle 11,000. So, the one thing you cannot get up. When you are sitting for this thing, you cannot get up. And another thing, you can eat only one time a day. You cannot eat all the 3 times. Then you have to sleep on the floor with a towel or some marauri or something, not on the brayer, this thing. And you cannot have, you have to keep full celibacy, and you cannot have anything. You cannot go to other house. You cannot drink from other house. You cannot eat the food from outside. So these are the basic observations you have to follow. You have to take, before puja, Purascharana prakriya, you have to do your puja, whatever upasana you are doing for your, like Srividya upasana, Navavarana puja you are doing, you have to complete it, and your Purascharana should be in the same time. Today 9 o'clock means tomorrow 9 o'clock. Noon time 11:30 means 11:30. So your body will be more constrained. If you are good enough to do it, the Goddess decide or go do it, this thing. And afterwards, what is the another also? 30% tarpana, archanam and dhanam. Homam, every day you cannot do it. Once you complete it, then 1/30% you have to do it. Homa, 30% you have to do tarpana, 30% you have to give dana. So these are the system. People who are interested, they can do it, but it will give you wonderful result for you. But afterwards, what is the result in return? You only you can enjoy. Because sir was telling Purascharana, that is why I was told you my experience. I have done it with this thing. One I have done before the end of Uttarayanam. I have started in Puri Purnima day and gone up to January 6 months. Some Purascharana will take more these things. So this is my experience I shared. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir, for giving what is Purascharana and how it is performed, etc. Purascharana is a very, very difficult thing, as he has said, but most of the things, not only in Purascharana, even our regular duties and things like what is called, if a person becomes Agnihotri, then maintaining Agnihotra itself becomes what is called, it is restriction. Say for example, we perform yaga, Soma Yaga. What is Soma Yaga? Soma Yaga, normally you might have heard it. A Brahmin is called a Dvija. Not only Brahmin, Trivarnikas. Trivarnikas are called Dvijas because they take birth in Savitri. First birth is biological birth. The second birth is in the goddess, Savitri. That is when they take what is called the initiation. The initiation becomes, he is reborn in the initiation. But the practical problem in the second birth is that happens in our childhood. We are initiated. Without our knowledge, we are being initiated. So we routinely follow it. So that also happens like a first birth. But the third birth is called Diksha. So first birth is Janana, second birth is the initiation, Upadesha, third birth is Diksha. In Diksha, when the Somayaga Diksha takes place, what happens? The person remains as if he is in a womb. He has to, for 5 days or 10 days, 14 days, he has to fold his hand, both his hands, and he has to keep it like that. He cannot take any food for the entire period of Diksha. That's why a Dikshita is called a Trija. That is third born. So he is twice born, that one is a thrice born. He must undergo the travails of living in a womb physically when he is developed knowledge, full-fledged knowledge, and try to avoid it. That is, everything is to evolve religiously and spiritually. So in order to get that mantra siddhi, that Purascharana also becomes an important thing. Here is the one, and he is the one who has practiced it. And hats off you, and thank you, sir, for practicing this Purascharana. And now we will have a short break. Afterwards we will reassemble. And Yajneshwar Mishra, he has done a beautiful, many of the researches, he has published lots of books. He was Vice Chancellor in Sanchi University. Now he is an advisor there also. He will be speaking on Khadgamala Stotra. And the Khadga is a scimitar, and Devi holds that Khadga, and he just, that Khadga is praised, and then Khadgamala Stotra, we will be seeing it. We will come after a small short break.